It's me, your girl, Mcgorgeous. Let's do this.
What's up, guys? This is your favorite MC back to your screens again, guys. Wow. So it's 7:12 p.m. right now. I wasn't able to film all throughout the day, but thank goodness for my ring light because all throughout the day I have been getting a lot of crap. I have been holding a lot of emotions in, and I said I must let it out on YouTube. I don't even care anymore. YouTube is a therapeutic thing for me. It's very therapeutic. I get to talk out my emotions. It's a digital diary for me. So let's get down into the topic of today. You hear me? Dear mothers, dear fathers, dear aunties and uncles, dear grandmothers and grandfathers, dear guardians involved in this aspect. Please, I did not grow up in your generation. I grew up in this generation, 21st century. This is where I grew up. This is how I found myself. This is where God placed me. I didn't grow up back then. Okay? I love and respect my older people and my elderly people. I respect and I obey them. There's no time that I've ever gone out of my way to disrespect an older person or an elderly person, because that's not in my nature. It's not. Simply my conscience cannot even allow me to do such. But just bear in mind that I am living in this generation and not your generation. Therefore, I don't deserve criticism. I don't deserve to be judged. I don't deserve to be looked at as lazy. And I don't deserve to be called all sorts of names, all in the name of you did not grow up in my generation and in my time. So what? So what? I didn't grow up back then. I've grown up now. I did not grow up in a time whereby you had to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to go and run somewhere to fetch water. I didn't grow up in a time whereby you had to wake up at 5 a.m., do your house chores in order to run 10 kilometers to school. I didn't grow up being raised by your parents. I grew up being raised by my parents. The parents that God assigned me in this generation. It's simply so difficult to wake up knowing that each day is going to be a comparison or some kind of criticism or some kind of judgment or some kind of being told what to do. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I wake up every day knowing my duties, performing those duties diligently. I'm so good in life. I was good at academics. Like, I conduct myself well in society. I give my parents no reason to be ashamed of me or to complain about me. But somehow, somewhere, yeah, you guessed it, there's going to be a complaint. There's going to be some kind of comparison. There's going to be some kind of input, which is parents, do not take your kids for granted. Honestly speaking, if you have a child who is so obedient and so respectful and conducting themselves in the best manner possible, don't take that for granted. Because as far as I know, and as far as you know too, there are some other kids in the world right now who give their parents some kind of hell. So if you have a child who is going out of their way to be the best version of themselves for you and for themselves too, I don't think you should start pushing them to where they don't need to be pushed. Don't criticize us. Don't judge us. Don't you ever. Just because we didn't grow up in your time does not mean we are not doing our things in our time. Yes, life has changed. the world has drastically changed. Is that our fault? Is it? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to backlash all the parents in the world out there. I'm not trying to backlash my own parents. Please, you guys are doing amazing jobs. Some of you have done the best jobs. My parents have done the most wonderful and amazing job raising all three of us in this household. You can sit in your unions, your father's union, your mother's union, aunties and uncles, and backlash your children. Throw them under the bus. Because of course parents also need that time to vent out frustrations about their children or acknowledge their children, something that unites them as parents. Throw us under the bus or acknowledge us, who cares? But once you get home, drop that act. Don't come in your child's face like this and start criticizing and start saying you're not good enough and start saying this is not how we do things in our time and start saying this and that in order to belittle your children. Because trust me, parents, some of your children are trying their best to please you, to please themselves, and to please God. Don't push your child to the brink. Please just don't, because it's the most annoying thing ever. This is my message to all parents out there. If you are new by any chance to the parenting world, whether motherhood or fatherhood, don't push your child too far. Raise your child the way you know how, and the rest let your child take over. Don't push your child, because you might just find that your child is just the best and sweetest thing in the whole wide world, or your children are the best and sweetest things in the whole wide world. But you coming in their faces like this all the time, talking about my generation, my time, my that, my what, it doesn't do anyone any good. It sucks, it's annoying, it's insulting. Allow your children to express themselves the way they know how. Allow them to just live, okay? Without having to hear those stories. It's not bad to share the stories from your time. It's not. But just don't push it too far. So guys, this has been your girl MC Gorgeous with this message in the evening, because guess what? In the daytime I don't have time, I don't have time again to sit down. Thank God for this ring light. Thank God. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. I want to go and eat my supper and just have a relaxed evening. Thank you all so much for joining me here. Look, if you agree, drop a comment. Okay, if you're seeing this for the first time, subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and enjoy yourself. And please, if you take offense to this, I'm sorry, but if you understand it, that's even better. Thank you very much, guys.